I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around you. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily easily connect my energy with the air? Why can't I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can't I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can't I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can't I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can't I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can't I levitate with the wind? Why can't I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around you. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around you. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind, you can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around you. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me? Why can I easily connect my energy with the air? Why can I easily connect my energy with the wind? Why can I easily make the wind flow with me? Why can I make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire? Why can I strengthen and weaken wind currents? Why can I use the wind to boost my physical capabilities? Why can I levitate with the wind? Why can I fly with the wind? You have a great connection with the environment. You have a great connection with the world around you. You have a great connection with the wind around me. You have a great connection with the universe. You have a great connection with the air around you. You can easily connect your energy with the air. You can easily connect your energy with the wind. You can easily make the wind flow with you. You can make the wind flow in whichever direction you desire. You can strengthen and weaken wind currents. You can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. You can levitate with the wind. You can fly with the wind. I have a great connection with the environment. I have a great connection with the world around me. I have a great connection with the wind around me. I have a great connection with the universe. I have a great connection with the air around me. I can easily connect my energy with the air. I can easily connect my energy with the wind. I can easily make the wind flow with me. I can make the wind flow in whichever direction I desire. I can strengthen and weaken wind currents. I can use the wind to boost my physical capabilities. I can levitate with the wind. I can fly with the wind. Why do I have a great connection with the environment? Why do I have a great connection with the world around me? Why do I have a great connection with the wind around me? Why do I have have a great connection with the universe? Why do I have a great connection with the air around me?